Let's debunk the myth that humans have no free will, which scientists have established and promote because it supports their reductionist view of humans as programmable machines. Dr. Benjamin Libet carried out the experiment initially, and he drew the conclusion from his experiment that humans don't have free will. Dr. Libet's experiment has been used to support this view that humans are programmable robots, and what happens is our robot cells respond to stimuli in the environment, predict the best course of action, start initiating that action, and then the planned action filters through to our conscious awareness, which is just an epiphenomenon, and it's just a side effect of brain activity, and then we have a sense of awareness of making a choice or decision, but that is actually after the fact, after the body has already decided what it's going to do. And it's just this additional little fairy tale story that it tells your conscious awareness just to keep it happy and feeling in control. Dr. Libet concluded from his study that free will doesn't initiate action, that it can veto action that the body puts into motion, but that it actually doesn't initiate anything, that the body initiates action based on the environment, and then conscious awareness just kind of sees that the body is acting and says, oh yeah, okay, yes, I am choosing to act. How did he do this? He set up the participants so that they had EEGs measuring their brain activity and electromyographs that just detect muscle tension and can detect when you flex your muscle. And what he did was he had his participants sit down and watch a clock that would complete a full rotation in under 3 seconds. So this is very, very quick. Then he asked the participants to decide to flex their muscles to lift their wrist. And then they were to take the cursor and click on where on the clock the hand was when they made the decision to flex their wrist. And then he wanted to see, did your brain decide to flex your wrist before your conscious awareness made the choice or believed that it was making the choice when actually it wasn't? And what he told the participants was, when you feel the urge, the choice, the intention, the decision to flex your wrist, note where the hand is on the clock. What he found was there was a brain response before the time that the participants were claiming that they had made the conscious choice to flex their wrist. There was a 300 millisecond difference between the brain sending out a signal to the EEG that suggested that it was initiating action and the reported time at which people felt that they had made the conscious choice to move. From this, Dr. Libet concluded that that 300 millisecond proved that the body was initiating the action before the people were consciously choosing to act. Let's look at this a little more closely. If I'm looking at a clock with a hand moving very quickly around it, it's doing a whole revolution in less than 3 seconds, and I'm told that I have to monitor that clock and identify at which point I'm deciding to make a movement, then I suspect that in my mind it's going to go something a little bit like this. Should I move now? Or do I feel the urge? Am I intending? Okay, maybe I should decide first. Should I move on the 3 or the 5? Maybe I'll just move when the clock gets to the 5. Now, in this scenario, did I actually decide consciously to move at the 5? Or was I preparing consciously to move at the 5? Should I move now, or am I just supposed to, is that just, okay, I'm gonna move. Now, I feel the urge, but not really. This is such a weird experiment. This doctor is really weird, and he's looking at me weirdly. How much should I move? Should I move real fast or should I move slow? I'll just move really fast. Like this. Shit, was that on the 7 or was that on the 8? You can't conclude from this that the brain is preparing the action prior to conscious awareness of the decision to act, the decision to move. That's a flawed conclusion. And yet, social scientists accepted this and cited it, and they continue to cite this experiment as proof that humans have no free will. And when psychology researchers talk about the fact that humans have no free will, they talk as though this has been very firmly established. It hasn't. There was a very poorly designed study that showed inconclusive results, and then that got published because it supported the point of view that science was trying to push in that era. Psychology was trying to establish itself as a valid science. It was trying to be taken seriously by the other scientists. And so psychology was trying to take qualitative data and transform it into quantitative data, because with quantitative data, you can apply statistics, and all the scientists love statistics because they just sound so persuasive and so concrete. 70% of people have no free will. That's more persuasive for science-minded people than saying Jenny has free will, but Scott doesn't have free will, and Bob has free will, but I don't think Ryan does. The study failed to actually prove that humans have no free will. In my opinion, 300 milliseconds is too short of a delay to suggest that that difference isn't due to reporting issues, to people's uncertainty about their own moment of decision. When did you decide? When you finished the thought, I'm going to move now, or when you started the thought, I'm going to move now? This is just something for you to think about when you're reading about facts that science has established. Question your world. Question your reality. Question the scientists that are telling you what's true.